Israeli Prime Minister, Mr. Bennett, said yesterday that no negotiations to establish a terrorist state in Israel. So he's basically saying no to the prospect of a Palestinian state, something that you've been calling all along. So, what do you say to counter that? How would you, let's say, emphasize your commitment to the two-state solution with Mr. Bennett?
Look, I am not going to offer a direct response to the Prime Minister, but our position on the two-state solution is well known. It is as well known as it is clear. We believe that a two-state solution is the best way to ensure Israel's future as a Jewish and democratic state living in peace alongside a viable democratic Palestinian state. That is why we will continue to focus our efforts on an approach that is affirmative, an approach that is practical, an approach that seeks to improve the quality of life for Israelis and Palestinians alike in the immediate term and over the longer term to help keep the possibility of a negotiated two-state solution alive. You've heard us say this before, but we believe that Israelis and Palestinians equally deserve equal measures of safety, of security, of prosperity, of democracy, and of dignity. That's really at the core of our approach.
Yes, but while that's great, I mean that, but in many ways it sounds like a euphemism for inaction. Because as we speak, the daily assault on the Palestinians, not only uprooting trees, killing children, demolishing homes, poisoning water. I mean, you can go on killing fishermen, restricting all. This goes on daily basis. This goes on daily basis. What actions are you willing to take or to impress upon the Israelis so they stop doing this thing or minimize doing this thing or just sort of pull back, whether on NGOs that are defined and designated as terrorist organizations and so on, whether it's the NSO that Israel is probably pressing upon you to sort of not to take it off your blacklist and so on, while they're spying on Palestinians and every day of their lives. So, I mean, what action would you ever take to show the Israelis that you are really serious in these statements that you say time and time again?
Said, we've addressed many of the issues that you raised. What I would focus on are the tangible ways in which we have gone about seeking to improve the lives and the livelihoods of Israelis and Palestinians alike. When it comes to the Palestinian people, we've said from the earliest days of this administration, spoken of our re-engagement with the Palestinian Authority, and in this case, the Palestinian people. We've resumed assistance to the Palestinian people. We provided over $400 million in economic development, security, and humanitarian assistance. That includes $85 million in economic and development assistance, $40 million in security sector assistance, more than $20 million in food aid and COVID-related humanitarian assistance, and $318 million to UNRWA. So we have worked in tangible ways to bring about an improvement of lives and livelihoods, and that's something that we'll continue to work on, even as we're in a period now where we have long been clear that negotiations towards a two-state solution aren't on the table at the moment. Our charge now and our focus is improving a standard of living as we keep that possibility of a negotiated two-state solution alive.
Can you tell